Hey guys, in today's video, I want to show you how to set up, structure ChatGPT ads for e-commerce businesses specifically. Now, if you're not e-commerce, it'll still apply, but the concepts I'm using are built on being a search ads marketer, primarily Google, for the last 10 years. So I'm going to take my learnings from Google and apply them to ChatGPT. Now, why run ChatGPT ads? Discovery of brands and products has become way more fragmented. What I mean by that, there's far more touch points, and I want to get in another area of search that's growing massively. And ChatGPT ads just gives us that opportunity to be in a different area to Google. I don't think you're going to get the same ROI, same return on ad spend, or anything like that. Google's still a very big contributor to e-commerce sales, but here's how I'm structuring my ChatGPT ads so I can get in early. And whenever new platforms come, the people that jump on early and learn them always have an advantage over those that don't. And if I can be in part of that AI search, journey, another touch point, just making sure I'm there, my competitors aren't, then obviously that's going to be better for me. Now, am I going to go and invest a huge amount of budget yet? No, because the results just aren't there yet. And I'll show you what you need to do, what you need to look for, and also the pitfalls and issues I see with the platform, because there are a lot of issues. While the ads are very easy to set up and get up and running, optimization is almost non-existent. So let's get into it. And I'll start off with exactly what you need to do. I'll do more detailed videos down the track, but very quickly, here is the Ads Manager. It's still in beta. It has very basic reporting. You'll see spend, impressions, clicks, CPC. You can install conversion tracking. Funnily enough, this client here had turned these on and hadn't turned on the conversion tracking. I'm not going to show you how to do that in this video because, to be totally honest with you, it's actually a bit, not a pain, but you're better off just getting someone who's good at it, and I will do it in a separate video to not overcomplicate it, because I just want you to get up and running, get conversion tracking set up either through an app, through a specialist. I just use conversion tracking specialists on Fiverr and things like that because it's just much quicker and they're going to do a much, much better job. There aren't a lot of native sort of apps and things like that yet that will do it, but realistically, that's your first step. You need to have conversion tracking set up. For an e-commerce business, I suggest setting up at the very least purchase, but add to cart, initiate checkout, and maybe even view product page are probably important. And conversions is here to set it up. We did set it up. We did set up the conversion tracking here. I didn't do it, conversion tracking specialist did. And in essence, there's a code that you'll be given. And if you install it on every page, it's going to fire on every page, but realistically, you mainly want it on the thank you, on the add to cart and things like that. So I'm also not going to get into feeds or audiences, but you can actually upload email lists and create audiences in this tab here. So what you can do with that is you can do retargeting ads and excluding your existing customers. For example, if you just wanted to target new customers, and you do that with an email list. Feeds are another one. So to create the feed, you can do it manually. There's not a lot of apps yet, but I'm sure they're coming. You can adapt your Merchant Center one. That's how I've done some of them, using Claude Cowork and similar tools I'll upload the feed into there. And then what I'll do is I will tell it to adjust it to the fields for ChatGPT ads. The OpenAI feed is a bit different. There's additional fields to give it context, which is great. These are also coming to Google Ads in the Google Merchant Center. Some countries already have it. A lot of my Australian accounts don't have it yet. And there's all these additional feeds, feed attributes like FAQs, and just to give these AIs a bit more context as to what exactly your product is and when it can be used and what it's good for and things like that. So once you set up conversion tracking, if you want to put some audiences, I wouldn't overcomplicate it, don't yet. Feeds are important because without them, you can't create feed ads. Again, let's just create a ChatGPT ad. So there's already a campaign up and running. I'll quickly show you and say what the issues with it is and what I'm looking for when I'm doing this. So probably the most important thing when it comes to any sort of ad is how to structure it. So how do you structure your ChatGPT ads? I think for most e-com businesses, you're probably going to want to feed specific ad. These are different to your non-feed ads. And at the moment, I've got a non-feed ad. Think of those more like shopping ads, and they'll use the feed to create shopping product listing ads, similar to Google. Now, these are more like search ads mixed with like an image. You do get an image. So I'll take you and show you quickly what the ads look like. So then this is what an ad will look like. Now, obviously there's only one ad, which isn't great. I suggest having multiple ads and multiple ad groups. It will depend on your budget, right? So your budget is probably going to dictate how many ad groups and ads you have, and also what type of products do you sell. If you just sell one type of product, you may need multiple ad groups, because within the ad groups, you can target different context, provide different amounts of context and different types. So you could possibly target different audiences. But I also think the ads will almost form audience targeting as well, similar to think meta ads, right? Your image, which you'll have here in the writing, can appeal to different people in different ways, right? For example, this client here sells many different types of e-bikes. So really, if we just do one catch-all, it's not going to give the algorithm enough options to test. So first and foremost, what do you do to create? You just click the create button up here and click create campaign. Now, what do you want to call this? How you're going to group it will depend on what level of control you need. I suggest for most of you, just set up one campaign to start and then do the segmentation via ad groups, because you're probably going to spread your budget way too thin unless you're going to be spending several hundred or thousands of dollars per day. You want all of that info on a single campaign. All of these principles go across all types of advertising now. Algorithms want more data in a single campaign. You can have multiple asset groups and ad groups and ads. So just call it potentially I'm going to call this non-feed e-bike campaign. But like, for example, if you wanted budget control, that's where you could do a different campaign. If you wanted multiple budgets assigned to different types of e-bikes or to different types of products, that's where you would do that. Campaign type, standard or product feed. So your product feed, they're the ones that rely on the feed. You need your feed to have that set up. Standard is just, think of it like a search ad with an image in a way. Objective, you can't optimize for conversion yet, which really sucks. So at the moment, I'm just choosing clicks for everything. And I imagine just very big businesses will use it only. Then your location, just select your country. I have heard that for local businesses, you can pretty much only select an entire state, which is not ideal. You can also exclude locations. I'm not going to do that. You can create an audience to include or exclude, like I said before. And for most of you, I'm starting with a budget of at least $50 a day. I feel like anything less than that, because you'll see soon the bids are set automatically by ChatGPT. And if you go below them, your ads pretty much just don't serve. And in Australia, it seems to be around $4.50, very expensive per click, I would say, for e-com, generally speaking. So if you think about that, $4.50 a click, you're only going to get just over 10 clicks per day, which is not a lot, right? You can set an end date. I never tend to set end dates unless there's a promo campaign. So now these are the campaign settings. Let's go to the ad group settings. So your ad group here, this is where you can either do different context hints, literally what it says here, describe the conversations, topics or keywords where your products or services may be relevant. These hints guide matching, but aren't exact match targeting rules. Think of these just like search themes within Google Ads, where we're giving it a little bit of context. Like for these, say we're targeting kids e-bikes, we would be targeting people searching for, and to be honest, you can talk to AI, give it your links to your products or your product descriptions or talk about your products, and it can help you come up with this. People searching for kids electric bikes, but that aren't price conscious, because I don't want to get people that are really cheap. These e-bikes aren't super cheap, but want high quality, long range, and an overall premium product. So ad group, we might call this the kids e-bikes. And this is where you could do a kids e-bikes. Then you might do an off-road mountain biking e-bike. You might do a road e-bike. You might do a whole range of different types. And that could be based on the context. So what sort of things are they searching for? You could also maybe assign which part of the funnel this is. So you could just give context of people researching e-bike brands. So you could do a brand specific. You could type in which brands they're looking for. You could make it about price and different price points. Think of this as all the different ways that people might be searching. The key is to think, what are they searching? How are they searching? And the ad group is where you can determine that. It's saying, give it to the most relevant landing page. So if you have bestsellers, for example, or you have a particular product you're wanting to push, make sure you send it to the product page or the collection page if it's more relevant. You can come up with ad groups by taking all your search terms in Google Ads if you're already running them, and then also all the best-selling products in your shopping ads and PMAX, and give them both as files to Claude or ChatGPT and go, hey, can you pick common themes here that I could group these by? And also give me the context hints and also the ad copy for different types of customers. All right. And under this, it will give it to you pretty well. I just set one up the other day and it gave me, I have 10 ad groups, and then under each one I have 3 ads. It was probably overkill, but I'm just wanting to see how it works and what's the optimal number, because we don't really know yet, but I think it's going to be a delicate balance between too many and too few. So that's this one here. Now we might call this ad beach image ad targeting kids surfing, for example, and then I might go and find a surf image here and put it in, and I'd send them to the surf kids bike, for example, and then I would just go something like kids e-bike for surfing as the headline. You'll see as I change it, it'll update over here. You see, it actually will search your website already and come up with stuff. Obviously, you want the most important things left to right, similar to how you structure Google titles and Google descriptions. And then you want a relevant image. Think of all the different ways you can actually impact things. And the key ways are what URL you send them to, because that's going to impact obviously the relevance, what's the headline, what's the description, and what's the context. I think most of the other things won't matter too much. So here, I'd probably want to go our best surfing e-bike in Australia by Amp Bros. You could probably just get rid of some of this. Shop surfing, e-bikes, and more. Try and fill the characters, but obviously it's going to get chopped off. You can also upload logos here. So we haven't done that here, so that's another thing we'll need to do. But here's just an example of how to do it, what to look for, then click review everything here. And all you need to do then is click publish, and it will take you, it'll go into a approval process. I found it was only really under an hour. And then you're going to have this and it's going to serve. It will give you some actions, and what it's saying here is add creatives. Oh, they've actually generated some ads for us. Let's review them. Suggested ad for Amp Bros, Ace Electric Bikes, the original Fat Big. Obviously it ran out of characters. So it just scrapes your website basically. So if you're very good at AEO already, you're probably going to find that you do quite well with these. My gut feel is the cost per click is very high for ecom. Average CPM I'm not too worried about, because if it's quite detailed, awesome. But I don't know where this is. I don't have any reporting as to what sort of searches, not even by I know they probably don't want exact searches because it's probably not that helpful unless we had all of them and then condensed it. But there's almost no reporting. You just need to click in and go, okay. That's why I'm saying ad groups and ads will be important, because you can pause and remake based on your best performance, kill the poor performers. So given there's only one here, it doesn't give me much opportunity. So in the next video, I'll come in and I'll actually show you how to remake, how to improve this ads and asset groups here. And it's also saying increase bids. Okay, I'm getting outbid. Okay, what's the max bid? $5. Cool. Okay, let's increase it. It was $4.50, so it's going up. Obviously more people doing it, goes up. If we don't increase it, it just seems to not show. But I'm just doing it just for an exercise here, but I'll need to set up the conversion tracking as well better. I've got a feeling it hasn't been set up correctly here, just based on, one, there's no conversions. It will show you here as a metric, conversion, CTR. I would expect CTR to get better over time. If it's super low, you would imagine that this would be quite specific stuff if the context is correct. or is it going to get better over time? CPMs I'm not too worried about, but the reporting sucks, guys. And obviously the ad groups and ads are really the only way you can impact it. You could potentially bid differently on different asset groups and different ad groups and with others and just see which one seems to drive the best return on ad spend. But overall, I think feed ads will be much better for ecom. So hope this has been helpful, guys. I've tried to go in a bit more detail than other people have online. Most people haven't done much, but if you run Google Ads, I think this is going to be a very easy transition, but it's super basic and there's no reporting, really no way to optimize other than create new ads and headlines and descriptions. That's really the only thing, give it some different context, but wait and see. I'll let you know how these ads go and talk to you soon. Thanks.